In this lesson, we're going to take a look at doing web attacks using the Social Engineer Toolkit. I'm in the Social Engineer Toolkit right now, and we're going to do a social engineering attack, and we're going to use a website attack vector. In this case, let's do a Java applet attack method. We're going to use the site cloner, so I could use a web template, a site cloner, or a custom import. In this case, I'm going to do a site cloner. I am not using NAT or port forwarding. I'm just going to grab a page off my local network. So that's the IP address, and this is the URL to clone. 172.30.42.55. So now we've injected here and want to know what payload that we want to use. So I'm actually just going to do a Windows bind shell, and we're going to use the backdoored executable, which is going to be number 16. Port of the listener is fine. And now we're doing all of the work required to set this up. It's asking me if I want to stop Apache, which may be listening on port 80. So we're going to stop Apache, and we're going to set the listener up in that way. Now I should be able to go to my local system here, which is where I've actually got this hosted. And I should be able to go to 172.30.42.85. And you can see we've got this page that was actually generated from the clone of the site that I had pointed to. So let's take a look at the source code here and just see where we are and what actually is on here. At the top, you'll see there's a reference to a Java applet. And we can scroll over. The value here is this. And that's the corrupted Java applet that we're trying to use to infect somebody's system with. And you can see in my case, I don't actually have the plugin that would allow that Java applet to run, so I'm getting flagged with an install missing plugin error. So you can see that the site clone worked. It did actually install the Java applet into the page that it cloned. And now I could send this URL off to somebody, and they could come visit the site, get infected, and then I would have access to their machine using that infected Java applet. That's how we could use the Social Engineer Toolkit in order to do some web attacks and create infected websites that we could send to intended victims and hope that we could gain access to their system in that way.